What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? How y'all feeling? What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling? What the hell? Guys, I literally just opened up my phone and this trade just came in. We got a trade that just came in and I just opened up my phone. So, Memphis Grizzlies are trading star forward Jaren Jackson Jr., John Conchair, and Jock Landale and whatever to the Utah Jazz for Walter Clayton Jr., Kyle Anderson, and a first round picks. Okay. So that just happened. What the hell? For the new people that just came into the live as I'm preparing to do this live, we just got a breaking news update. A trade from Memphis. Uh, it says here, Jaren Jackson Jr. Is being traded to the Utah Jazz for Walter Clayton, Kyle Anderson, Taylor Hendricks, and Georges Niang, and three first round picks. So, okay, whatever. I wasn't planning on talking about that, but okay, cool. That just happened. All right. Somebody said goodbye, John Morant. Yeah, John Morant is out of there. They just traded away Jaren Jackson Jr. You're damn right, John Morant is out of there. He said, what is the truth? So we're going to get to that in a minute. Anyway, let me do my shout outs before we get into that, man. Let me get into my shout outs. We're going to take only like 1 minute to do that because we're a little bit behind on the live. So make sure y'all tap in. Let me know where y'all are coming in from. And we're about to get into this one. I got a lot of updates here for you guys here. Let me see. Where is it at? Okay. Got the first story. All right, cool. Where else we got? London in the building. What up, Flint, Michigan? How you feeling out there? Dominica, shout out to you. Shout out to the Bronx, man. Shout out to the Bronx. Nairobi in the building. I think that's Oakland, DMV. What up? How you feeling? Shout out to you in Illinois, man. Anaheim. Denver, GA. What up? Belgium in the building. What's good? Lancaster, the UK. Shout out to the UK, Virgin Islands. Let's go. All right. So appreciate you all, man. So let's get into this. So yesterday, as you guys know, we had the bombshell story of James Harden being traded. I went live. I'm talking about my time. I went live at 5:50 a.m. Right? 5:50 a.m. is when I went live. And I spoke about it for half an hour. And it's been the number one talk of the town. So one of the things I was trying to figure out in that live was why now? Right? Why now? Why all of a sudden now James Harden wants to leave when the Clippers are doing well? It just didn't make any sense to me. And various people have weighed in. Some people are saying it has to do with the thing coming down with aspiration and the Clippers, and maybe James Harden doesn't want to be a part of that. Maybe that's why he was not selected for the All-Star team. And all of that. I don't know. I don't know how that affects James Harden, but whatever. People seem to think that. But then we got an update here, a new report that just came out, and it says this. It says, this is Courtside Buzz. It says, James Harden wanted an $80 million extension, but the Clippers didn't want to give it to him. It then continues on. James Harden wanted but the Clippers, he wanted an $80 million extension from the Los Angeles Clippers, but they weren't interested in giving it him, according to Tom Azlery of Clutch Points. The Clippers have long been prioritizing their cap space heading into the summer of 2027, and were not willing to give players deals beyond 2026-27 season. Harden, who turns 37 in August, had been hoping to secure a 2-year, fully guaranteed deal with worth $80 million after this season, sources said. But the Clippers have remained steadfast in their unwillingness to go beyond 2027. Harden then requested a trade. So that's one source. Of course, this is about money, right? Let's go to the next source. We got another one here, and it says The Cavs and Clippers are eager to get this James Harden deal done. And now talks about the breakdown. Mock trade, Cavaliers receives Harden, Derrick Jones Jr., first-round pick swap, Darius Garland, and Lonzo Ball, right? And then, of course, we had Kawhi Leonard reacting to the story. So, look, this report is saying that it has to do with money. And to be quite frank with you guys, that makes a lot more sense to me. That makes a lot more sense than anything else. And the reason that makes sense is because let's say the NBA was going to come down on the Clippers. Let's say that, right? Although it has nothing to do. Yeah, I spoke about that. Jaren Jackson Jr. is going to Utah. I said that. I spoke about that in the beginning of the live. And let's say that we're going to suspend Kawhi Leonard, right? They're going to suspend Kawhi Leonard. Maybe, I don't know, take some future picks that the Clippers don't even have, whatever, right? I still don't see how that affects James Harden. I still don't see it. If anything, it makes James Harden have more bargaining power with the Clippers because their other star is under duress, and I'm the only guy standing, so y'all should be willing to give me whatever I want. The money part makes more sense than anything. And somebody in our live last night was pointing this out about the money aspect. Somebody says it does affect them. How does it affect them? How does it affect them? How does it affect them? This is what I'm trying to figure out. How does it affect them? He said James Harden wants to make all-star teams. James Harden will be 37 years old in August. What are we talking about? We're talking about a dude that's about to be 40 pretty soon. How does it affect him? His legacy is done already. What effect is it going to have on him? Are they going to throw James Harden in jail? If Kawhi gets suspended, James is on the court alone. James was on the court alone for like 1 year. James was on the court alone early this season when he was dropping like 55. No, I'm not buying that. I'm not buying it on the court alone. That just means he's going to get his numbers. That's what that says to me. And if you're talking about, okay, fine, let's go with the line of thinking you're talking about. It affects him because he's going to be on a court alone. Cool. Why would you go to the Cleveland Cavaliers? Okay, let's say you want to win. Why would you go to the Cavs? I'm confused. Why would you go to the Cavs? There's so many other options out there. Why the Cavs? No one is talking about the Cavs being on the brink of winning a championship. So if James Harden goes to the Cavs, they go into the finals? I'm trying to follow your line of reasoning. You talking about, he wants to go where they're going to win. If he goes to the Cavs, is he going to win a championship? No. So I don't understand what this is all about. The dude already made it clear he wanted to retire in LA. Y'all keep talking about the aspiration deal. James Harden ain't going to jail, bro. If your next door neighbor is selling drugs and they come and arrest him just because y'all live on the same floor, that don't mean they arresting you, bro. What that got to do with anything? That don't mean they arresting you. If you're not doing nothing, what you worried about? I'm trying to figure it out. Just because Kawhi Leonard, so if James Harden is getting in trouble, that means all the other Clippers are getting in trouble too, right? So why doesn't Ivica Zubac request a trade? Why don't all these other players request a trade? It doesn't make any sense. That's more speculative than anything. We're just speculating. We don't know. Number one. Number two, we don't even know if the NBA is going to do anything in terms of punishing the Clippers. They already made it clear they're not even going to come to a decision until after the All-Star break. I think some of y'all underestimate the power of real money and real power. Ballmer's $100 billion guy. What y'all think this is, man? Like y'all think we playing Mortal Kombat or something? Like they just going to go for Ballmer just like that? Bro, this is not we not playing like come on, man. This ain't Call of Duty, bro. We're talking about real powerful people, and you think they're just gonna go after him because they're gonna go after him. The NBA gonna punish the $100 billion man. We just sat back and watched the NBA put LeBron James in an all-star game he had no business being in. He wasn't even voted in by the fans. He wasn't even voted in by the fans. They just doing whatever they want. But now all of a sudden they want to do what's fair. So for the new people coming in, yes, I already heard the news of Jaren Jackson Jr. He got traded to the Utah Jazz. If I'm being honest with you, I think this is an irrelevant piece of news. Like, yeah, okay. He got traded. Okay, and who cares, right? This isn't really changing life for anybody. He's going from one bad team to another bad team. The Utah Jazz, if we look at the NBA standings right now, they're one of the worst teams in the NBA. Let me see. If I look at the standings right now, the Utah Jazz are the number 13 seed in the Western Conference. You got a team that just traded a player from the 11th seed to the 13th seed. Are we supposed to be spending any time talking about this? I mean, it's a conversation. I mean, okay, cool. He got traded. Anyway, for the new people coming in, let's talk about the real story here. Yeah, that's not a story for me, man. Let's talk about something else. So we got this report here talking about why James Harden left the Clippers or wants to leave the Clippers. It says James Harden wanted a 2-year, $80 million extension, but the Clippers didn't want to give it to him. James Harden wanted a 2-year, $80 million extension, but the Clippers weren't interested in giving it to him, according to Tommy Azrael of Clutch Point. The Clippers have long been prioritizing their cap space heading into the summer 2027, and were not willing to give players deals beyond 26-27. Harden, who turns 37 in August, has been hoping to secure a 2-year, fully guaranteed deal worth $80 million after this season, sources said, but the Clippers remain steadfast in their unwillingness to go beyond 2027. That makes a lot of sense to me. That makes a lot more sense. And also, I want to play some sound from Chris Mannix from Sports Illustrated, who broke the story. I just listened to what he had to say, and he spoke a little bit about this. So I want to play what Chris had to say here, so you guys can take a listen to it. Let me just play it for y'all.
I guess good morning for those on the East Coast. It's just after midnight here on Tuesday morning. But wanted to jump on the YouTube page to talk about the story that I broke on Monday night. And that was that the Cleveland Cavaliers and LA Clippers have had advanced discussions about a deal that would send James Harden to Cleveland in exchange for Darius Garland. Now, this is not a done deal as of yet, but I'm told these talks are serious and these talks are ongoing. Harden and Garland both make almost exactly the same money, $39 million and change. So it could be a straight 1-for-1 swap that would send James Harden to Cleveland and Garland to Los Angeles in a swap of former All-Star guards. So why would these two teams want to do a deal like this? Let's look at Cleveland's side for starters. Cleveland, like a lot of teams in the Eastern Conference, season opening here, and they see an opportunity to get to the finals this season before Boston reloads, before the offseason changes thing with the Giannis deal potentially. Who knows? So the Cavs see an opportunity here. Darius Garland's been there a long time, very good player for them, very good last year for them. He was outstanding, but this year he has been beset by injuries. He missed the first 6 games of the season while recovering from off-season toe surgery. He has been out since mid-January because of an ankle sprain. When he's played, he's been good. Not the impactful player he was last year, however, averaging right around 18 points per game. So for the Cavs, I'm sure they're aware that James Harden is not a plug-and-play type of guy. He's not a round peg, round hole type of fit. But he does bring some, swagger to that team. He does bring another, bucket to that team. Someone take the pressure off of Donovan Mitchell. The Mitchell-Garland pairing, I don't think that was ever going to work long term, over the next 3 or 4 years. So this is, to me, the Cavs just taking a big swing, saying, look, we have been kind of mediocre compared to last season all year long. So we're just going to go all in, see if we can strike lightning or find lightning in a bottle and acquire James Harden. For the Clippers, it's interesting. It's a tough one to figure out on the surface because they've been cooking as of late. 17-4 before Harden missed this game on Monday. Really revived the team after a pretty horrific start. But the Clippers are an older team, and I think there's a thinking there that they've got to find a way to get younger. Darius Garland is 10 years younger than James Harden. He is on a long-term contract. So that's a plus for the Clippers, having somebody that young, a former All-Star who can be with that team and develop with that team in the years to come. The next iteration of that team, perhaps, with Ivica Zubac and Garland, you maybe get something that will last beyond the Kawhi Leonard and James Harden era. So I think that's what the Clippers are thinking. It is, it probably means a step back for them. Garland's out of the lineup right now with an injury, and you can't expect him to come in and have the same kind of impact that James Harden did on winning games. So it is interesting from that perspective that you wonder if this sets the Clippers back for the rest of this season, causes them maybe even to fall out of this play-in mix that they fought their way back into. But this is something I think that would be their thinking.
So you heard what they had to say. You heard what he's saying here, right? Some sources are saying it's money, whatever. So Cleveland wants to give James Harden that extension for $80 million. I mean, for an additional $40 million. Cleveland is going to give that to a 30 by the time a 39-year-old James Harden, they're going to be paying him $40 million a year. They're going to sign up for that. We already saw a disastrous deal done by the Philadelphia 76ers, who were stupid enough to give Paul George $200 million. Look what that turned out to. But I want to get to a bigger point here, guys, and then I'll go over the stuff that we just spoke about. I want to get to a bigger point here, guys, and it's this image right here. Look at this image. James Harden trade saga. Requested a trade in November 2020. February 2022 requested a trade. June 2023 requested a trade. February 2026 requested. This guy has requested 4 trades in the past 5 years. 4 trades in the past 5 years. 4. And anybody telling me that James Harden is looking to win a championship right now, I got a bridge that I got to sell to you. James Harden is trying to collect the last bit of money that he can before he leaves the NBA. That's what he's trying to do. That's what they're all trying to do. And God bless him. If you want to make your money, I'm never somebody to tell you not make. Yeah, I saw the Jaren Jackson trade. I saw the trade. I saw it. We spoke about it. Good for Jaren Jackson and the Utah Jazz. But at this point, I don't believe that Harden wants to win a championship. I don't. I think if it suited him, he would probably want to make the most money possible. And if he wins, great. If he doesn't win, at least I got paid. I think that's what Harden is after right now. I think Harden is saying, if I can win a championship, great. But the most important thing is, let me get my money. And if you're the Clippers, you gotta trade. You have to trade James Harden before the trade deadline, because Harden has a history of not being a professional if he doesn't get what he wants. And the last thing you need is a James Harden on your team that's upset that he didn't get traded and now just maybe stops taking care of his fitness or whatever. You don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want it. But for a guy that's requested 4 trades in 5 years, it's crazy. This has been the number one talking point about James Harden since 2020. Look at it. Look at it. Okay, you want to go to Brooklyn and win a championship, you couldn't win. Fine. You get there, Kyrie's doing his thing, but fine, you leave. You get to Philly, what was the problem? Nobody even knows. You get to the Clippers, now you're playing in LA. You're from LA. You're from LA. But if that means that I got to go out on the road for another year or two and earn some extra money, that's what they're going to do, bro. They got to get their paper. And for most, you saw what Jimmy Butler did. Most of these older guys, like players past their 35, are at this point playing to collect checks. They can tell you they want to play for championships. They can tell you that. But the reality is they're playing to get their last bit of money. Because I don't know what job or what business they're going to be doing that's going to be paying them $50 million a year. If they had that business, they would already have been doing it. After James Harden leaves the NBA, there's nobody paying you $50 million a year. What's the business that he has? Where he's making $50 million. What's the business? I didn't say the business itself is making $50 million. What business does he have that he's making 40 M's a year, him? What business do any of these guys have? The only people that are making that kind of money off the court is LeBron James, Stephen Curry, and Kevin Durant. Nobody else is making that kind of money off the court. Nobody else is making that kind of money off the court. Nobody. If LeBron and these guys are making that money and they are as popular as they are, who paying? Who's where? Who? Name a player. Name a player that's making the kind of money off the court like a LeBron James and Curry and KD. What other players have that level of popularity? Who? He said bad take. What's the bad take? Who are these players, bro? You talking about bad take. Say the players. Somebody said Kawhi. Kawhi, I think, is only getting paid like $4 or $5 million for the shooting company. Who are these players? It could be a bad take. Name the players. At least he and his manhood, he has the manhood to actually request a trade face to face. Unlike the quiet quitting loser LeBron. Get both of these bums out of LA. Get both of these bums out of LA today. If y'all think somebody's making much, if y'all think that Ant-Man is making as much money as LeBron James, you got some serious problems. Y'all think Ant-Man and these guys are making that kind of money off of the court like LeBron James, bro, and Stephen Curry? What? If you said Luka, I would even entertain you. I think you're overestimating how popular you think Anthony Edwards is compared to Stephen Curry and Kevin Durant and LeBron James, bro. I think y'all are overestimating it. Those guys are at a different tier of popularity. They're at a different level of popularity. Like they're at a different level of popularity. Harden is going to open up a chain of strip clubs. So, man, that's the news, man. It's over money, bro. So do y'all think Cleveland should give James Harden the money? If you're Cleveland, do you give James Harden the money? If you're Cleveland, do you give James Harden that extension that he's looking for? If you're Cleveland. If you're Cleveland, would you do it? Do you want to give James Harden an $80 million extension? Going to 40 years old, you giving him that? Yes, if he stays healthy. Okay, that's cool. Okay, that's cool. SGA makes a lot of money in Canada. Jaren Jackson traded to the Jazz. Yeah, I saw that. James Harden for $80 million. Y'all doing that? This is what y'all doing? Y'all giving out max contracts to players like James Harden? Is this what we doing? Somebody said Mr. Stark. Damn. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all this. So this is the update here for people that are just coming into the live. So this is the update here. Hold on. What's Gilbert Arenas saying?
I understand, bro. It's the Clippers, right? I get it. Especially looking at those all-star names and you're trying to figure like, whoa, it's in our home. Me nor him is on it. What kind of pool does he have? All that money he have, he can't convince Adam Silver to put.
Okay, this is Gilbert Arenas.
I understand, bro. It's the Clippers, right? I get it. Especially looking at those all-star names and you're trying to figure like, whoa, it's in our home. Me nor him is on it. What kind of pull does he have? All that money he have, he can't convince Adam Silver to put one of us on the ballot. Look, as you can see, the Lakers don't have that problem. We don't have those problems, right? You come on to purple and gold. You don't even got to leave, the city. The purple is purple and the purple and gold joints. Next season, your purple and gold gonna hit. But where the trades at? Like we got 15 players. 13 can go. Where's our trades?
Yo, can somebody tell Gilbert Arenas that James Harden was already an All-Star when he was a Clipper? Can somebody hip Gilbert Arenas to that? Can somebody let Gilbert Arenas know that James Harden was already an All-Star as a Clipper? Can y'all let him know that he made an All-NBA team last year as a Clipper? Somebody gonna tell him that? Or he was supposed to get Steve Ballmer? I mean, wasn't he already a Clipper? Wasn't he already an All-Star last year? I'm confused, bro. He said Harden to the Clippers, to the Lakers. Yeah, all right. I wouldn't trade James Harden. If I'm the Clippers, I keep him. If he doesn't perform, I send him home. Let his contract expire and his career is over. Yeah, that's definitely not going to go down like that. Anyway, guys, let me read this this story here. So this is the story here. It says James Harden wanted a 2-year, $80 million contract extension, but the Clippers didn't want to give it to him. James Harden wanted 80 million extension, but they were willing to give it to him, according to Tamar Azrael of Clutch Points. It then continues on. The Clippers have long been prioritizing their cap space heading into the summer 2027, and were not willing to give players deals beyond the 2000, that season. Harden turns 37 in August, has been hoping to secure a 2-year fully guaranteed deal worth $80 million after this season, sources said, but the Clippers have remained steadfast in their unwillingness to go beyond 2027. So do y'all think the Clippers made the right decision by denying James Harden that contract extension? What do y'all think? Put a 1 if you think they did the right decision, and 2 if you think they did the wrong decision. Are you giving James Harden an additional $40 million? Because mind you, James Harden already has a mega deal that he's on right now. He wants an additional 40. He wants an additional 40. And the Clippers are saying, no, we want free cap space going into. Now, the only thing I don't understand is this. Chris Mannix said that Garland, who's on a longer contract, the Clippers will want him because he's younger. But if he's earning similar money to Harden, then that would mean that the Clippers are probably not going to extend Kawhi Leonard after this season. I think this is Kawhi's last year. Let me look at Kawhi's contract. So Kawhi Leonard contract, his last year of his deal. So he signed a $150 million deal. So Kawhi's last year is next year. So Kawhi Leonard is owed $50 million next year. He signed a $145 million deal. So Kawhi Leonard's contract is expiring that year. If you look at James Harden's contract, so Kawhi Leonard's contract, he has 1 more year in his contract after this season. Let me see. James Harden's contract. He has, let me see. He has $52 million left on his deal. So Kawhi is under for 50. Harden is under for what? A similar amount. And the Clippers are trying to not go beyond 2027, but they're looking to bring in Darius Garland. So if they're looking to bring in Darius Garland and he's on a longer deal, that means that they're not going to extend Kawhi Leonard after next season. the clutch agenda. If Harden goes to the Cavs, LeBron and AD will follow. We shall see. So I don't think the Clippers are going to extend Kawhi Leonard beyond. I don't think the Clippers are going to extend Kawhi after this season, by the way. I don't think so. Who thinks they will? I don't think they will. Do you think the Clippers are going to extend Kawhi after this season? I don't think so. I mean, yeah, he's putting up great numbers. Certainly he'll want another contract. But, I mean, unless he plays out of his mind, well, they might. But then the question is, I don't know. What do y'all think? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm not sure. The Clippers have a lot. If they're not willing to go beyond 2027 with Harden, who's a little bit older, well, who knows? They may keep Kawhi. I don't know. They may keep him at maybe a lesser deal. We'll see. It really depends on, well, now if Harden is going to go, I don't know what this does for their playoff chances. You know, I guess Kawhi is just a guy that's just out there at this point. Let me read this comment. So Harden called by Presti to help. What? So Harden was called by Presti to help a Dreamer's Pro. Let's not be dumb. We learned the industry that this is him helping his buddy out. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not following it to that extent. I'm just following to the news that we got here. $80 million for a guy who refuses to play defense. Let me say the NBA should follow NFL. Adopt them. The aspiration situation. You know what, man? This aspiration situation is like I'm waiting for something to actually happen. At this point, I feel like this. I mean, Pablo's putting out a lot of information on it. No one in the national media is talking about it. We tried to talk about it a little bit when the news first broke. There was no real interest from our audience. No, it seemed like nobody cared, to be honest with you, when we were talking about it. I haven't been following the story. We pretty much got the gist of it. I think now everything that comes out is just new details. But honestly, I'm just waiting to see if the NBA is going to make a decision. Is the NBA going to do anything? That's what I'm waiting to see. The last time I heard about this case was that the NBA made it clear they're not going to do anything about in terms of a decision until after the All-Star weekend, which is the game, which is being held in Intuit Dome. So the NBA is saying that they're not going to, I mean, we'll see. I'll wait and hear about it. I think the next big story in the aspiration story is let a decision be made by the NBA. We shall see if they're going to do anything of any serious consequence. We shall see. You know, we shall see. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Giannis is making $45 million off the court. Yeah, but that's those. You're talking about a few players, man. No, No. I said that most of these guys that are making 40, 50 million after this year, where are they going to? Okay, first of all, a lot of these endorsements are tied to you playing, unless you have a lifetime deal. A lot of it is tied to you playing on the court because you're more visible. So yeah, you max out your earning potential when you're on the court, when you're playing. If you have a shoe deal with the company, it would make most sense. It would make a lot of sense that you're able to sell the most sneakers while you're playing and you're a star player. I would just assume that when you retire, you probably won't be able to sell shoes at the clip that you were playing in the NBA. So even if you're having sponsorship money, it wouldn't be the same. Why would it be the same? Unless you have a lifetime deal like maybe LeBron James or somebody. But even in the case of LeBron is still playing. There are few players that have been able to sell sneakers at a high clip even after they retired. Michael Jordan, I mean, Kobe sell, but who else? That's all I'm saying. So to say they're going to be earning as much money off the court after they retire, unless you have a business, I don't see how you're going to be generating all that money when you're not in the public eye anymore. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But usually the way endorsements work are you endorse players that are visible and playing. I don't know who else. Everybody else got to start a business, bro. Everybody else, Shaq, all of these other guys got to start a business, or you go into media or whatever. So I don't know who's making $50 million a year right now in endorsements playing as a superstar in the NBA. You retire, you're still making $50 million a year. Okay, I'll wait to hear about it. Maybe there are, but I would assume is that a lot of these guys have businesses like Russell Westbrook. I heard Russell Westbrook has a lot of businesses and a few other people. But we can't compare the everyday star to LeBron James, Stephen Curry, and KD. Remove those guys out of the equation. They're totally different. For goodness sake, Stephen Curry was voted as an all-star, as a starter in the all-star game. The players you're talking about, Anthony Edwards, is he not there? Curry got more votes than him. Stephen Curry got more votes than him. So you can't compare those guys to KD, LeBron, and Curry. They're at a different level when it comes to popularity. Stephen Curry, I believe, is one of the top. I think he led the NBA, is leading in jersey sales. So they're different. Their popularity is at a totally different realm. He said, this dude gets more delusional these people ain't got nothing to say, bro. I get delusional. They can never tell me what I'm delusional about. What am I delusional about, bro? At least, like, say something with some kind of substance. I'm delusional about what? These now they want to argue with me. Bro, I ain't got no time for this, man. Yo, you're over here wasting my time. It's like y'all ain't got nothing else better to say. You just looking for somebody to argue with. He said, why would Harden leave a team going 14-2 when he's still getting paid a good pay? Then Harden leaves, they will lose. OKC gets number 1 pick. Harden gets his jersey in the rafters. I don't know, man. That's James Harden's life. I'm not analyzing James Harden's life like that. Whatever. I missed the James Harden reasoning. LeBron would make $50 million in one day with OnlyFans. Well, you know who's going to sign up to it. I'll tell you that. Somebody says he just wants a new contract. So yeah, man. Anyway, that's the news with James Harden. I'm a little bit tired of talking about James Harden, man. He wants his money, and if he wants his money, so be it. Somebody said Kobe said James Harden will never win a championship. Yes, I heard Jaren Jackson Jr. got traded. I'm still trying to figure out, is this news? Yeah, he got traded. I mean, I guess this is news, bro. I guess, but I don't think this is news that matters. He's going from one bad team to another team. If Ja Morant gets traded, like if Ja Morant goes to Miami, okay, now you're talking. That's news. But Jaren Jackson Jr. going from the 11th place Memphis Grizzlies to the 13th place, what's the team? Utah Jazz. I don't think that's news that we need to care about, to be honest with you. Maybe some people care about it, but I don't think. Is Giannis going to Golden State? You know what? I wouldn't be shocked if Giannis doesn't get traded. I wouldn't be shocked at the end of this trade deadline, Giannis comes out and says, "Oh man, you know, I want to be in Milwaukee." And then 1 week later talking about, "I want to be traded in the summer." Like, I don't know what Giannis is doing at this point, bro. I don't know what these dudes are doing, bro. Like, I don't understand what these dudes be talking about. I don't know. He said, "Are you watching the Super Bowl this year?" Yeah, I'll probably watch it. Probably the highlights or something, but I'll definitely watch it. He said, "Charles, you need to apologize about what you said about Patrick Ewing." Yo, so some Knicks fans got tight with me. All right, matter of fact, you know what? Let me ask y'all a question in the chat, man. Let me ask y'all a question. Is Giannis better than Patrick? Yo, let me ask y'all a question, man. Knicks fans got so mad with me. Is Giannis better than Patrick Ewing? Leave it in the comments. Let's vote on this quickly. Who's better? I said Giannis is better than Patrick Ewing. Knicks fans got tight with me. I think Giannis is better than Patrick Ewing, and I don't even know what we're talking about. But that's just me. I don't even know what we're talking about, but that's just me. I don't understand why is this even a question. But Knicks fans got tight with me. I think Giannis is a better basketball player than Patrick Ewing. That's just my opinion. So let me see what people are going to say in the chat. Let me see what people are going to say in the chat. I think he's better than Ewing, bro. I don't even know why it was such a controversial position, but I think Giannis is better than Patrick Ewing. He said Patrick is a better defender overall than Giannis. I don't know. I don't know about all that. He said Ewing is my. Yo, Giannis is better than he better than Patrick Ewing, bro. Giannis, y'all hold on, y'all dead ass telling me that Patrick Ewing is better than Giannis Antetokounmpo? Patrick Ewing. Okay, I give you that. He has a better jump shot. Cool. I give you that. Giannis that averages like 30 and 12 every single year. He makes all NBA teams, all defensive teams every single year. He's won multiple MVPs, a defensive player of the year, and y'all telling me Patrick Ewing is better than Giannis? Man, if y'all don't knock, y'all better knock it off, man. Go outside with that. Go outside with that, man. He said sports and fitness. Yo, if sports and fitness ran saw this, he gonna be tired. He said, just apologize. Yo, Knicks fans is tight. He said, is Giannis better than Hakeem? Nah, Hakeem is better. Hakeem is better, man. Hakeem is better. No. Forget about the positions. I'm just talking about players. Forget about the position. If I ask you who's a better player, Kobe Bryant or Patrick Ewing, you're not going to bring up the positions they play. All I'm asking you is, who is a better player, Giannis Antetokounmpo or Patrick Ewing? That's all I am asking. Ewing played at a slower pace. You have to double his stats to compare. David Robinson better than Giannis. Patrick all day. Giannis by far. Yeah, I'm about to start something in these comments. Ewing is a little bit better. Nah. I'm going with Giannis, bro. He said, just apologize and we good, bro. Yo, man, I ain't apologizing for nothing, man. I believe what I'm saying. It's a hard one because Giannis ain't doing all that right, all that right run into the hole, Debo bleep in the 90s. Giannis is Sean Kemp in the 90s. I got Ewing. Are we talking about the same Giannis? Are we talking about the same Giannis? I'm just trying to figure out, are we talking about the same Giannis? I don't even know how we comparing Giannis and Sean Kemp. Apart from the fact that they're both he tight about. Okay. Forget about the stats. You dead ass taking Patrick Ewing over Giannis Antetokounmpo? I can't even believe what I'm hearing, bro. I can't even believe it. He said Patrick Ewing because he played against other Hall of Fame centers. I'm not talking about who they played against. I'm just asking you, looking at these two players, who do you pick? Well, I mean, the audience has voted. 250 people are saying Giannis is better. So I guess the overall audience is rocking with me on this one. I think the audience is rocking with me. When Nick see you, it's on Cypher. Nah, it's gonna be come on, man. Ain't nobody gonna fight over no damn Giannis over Patrick Ewing, man. Ain't nobody gonna do none of that, man, over Giannis and Patrick Ewing. Watch if Giannis come to New York and win a championship or two, we gonna see what Knicks fans are gonna be saying. We gonna see what y'all gonna be saying. If they treating Jalen Brunson like this, if Giannis came to the Knicks and actually won, they gonna make me an honorary member of the New York Knicks if Giannis wins a championship with the Knicks, they gonna make me an honorary member of the New York Knicks. Giannis or David Robinson, give me Rob. Okay. So hold on, let me get this straight. So if y'all are saying Patrick Ewing is better than Giannis, that means you're saying Patrick Ewing is a top 20 player of all time? Are y'all saying another trade went down? Who got traded? Y'all telling me that Patrick Ewing is a top 20 player of all time? Is that what y'all are telling me? Is that what y'all are telling me? Are y'all telling me that Patrick Ewing is top 20? Okay, they just pull off another trade. They're trading. This is the second trade here. What's his name? Mike Conley to the Bulls. Okay. Dario Saric to the Pistons. Okay, that's another trade. Sean Kemp able to travel and carry the ball with zero shot blockers in the paint equals Giannis. So let me ask y'all: hold on? Let me put up a new poll. Let me start the poll here. Is Patrick Ewing top 20 all time? Let me hear this. Is Patrick Ewing top 20 of all time? Let me hear this one. Is Patrick Ewing top 20 of all time? Let's get a few votes on this. Let's see if we can get like 100, 200 votes. Do y'all think Patrick Ewing is a top 20 player of all time? This is the question. What do y'all think? Leave it in the chat. Let's hear it. What do y'all think? No, right? So he's not top 20. Okay, cool. Let me ask y'all a question. Is Kevin Durant a top 20 player of all time? Is KD a top 20 player of all time? KD, Kevin Durant. No, hold on. No, hold on. Let me get to my point here. Is KD top 20? Is Kevin Durant top 20 all time? Kevin Durant. So I'm seeing a lot of matter of fact, let's put up a poll. Because we're gonna get to a point here. I need to understand something. Start a poll. Is KD top 20 all time? Let's start the poll. Leave it in the poll, y'all. What do y'all think? Is KD top 20 of all time? Let's see. So let me see what people are saying. Oh, now this one is getting good. So now people are saying yes. Hold up. This is getting good. We got 100 votes. Let's see if we can get 200 votes. Is KD top 20 of all time? Let me hear what y'all got to say about this. So it's basically 50-50. So I think it's split. It's split, right? All right, cool. So let's get this straight. let me ask the final question. The final poll. This is the final poll. Is Curry top 20 all time? Stephen Curry. Is Stephen Curry top 20 of all time? So y'all said Giannis is no. No, Ewing is no. Is Curry top 20 of all time? Let me just see what the audience got to say. Everybody's saying yes. Everybody is saying yes, pretty much. Top 20, right? So let me get this straight. Stephen Curry is top 20. Kevin Durant is borderline top 20. Is Giannis Antetokounmpo top 20? Is Giannis Antetokounmpo top 20? So I'm seeing a lot of yeses and no's. So let's say no. All right, cool. I'm going to ring off some names, and y'all tell me which one of these names Patrick Ewing is better than. I'm going to just go off some names. Okay? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Is Patrick Ewing better than him? Put a 1 in the chat for yes, no in the chat for no. Is Amari Stoudemire in this soft era defensive? Okay, so no, right? Is he better than, let me see, Michael Jordan? No. Is he better than Magic Johnson? No. Is he better than Kobe Bryant? No. Is he better than Tim Duncan? We're 5 people now. No. Is he better than Bill Russell? No. Is he better than, did I say Tim Duncan already? Is he better than Tim Duncan? No. Is he better than Shaq? No. Is he better than Larry Bird? No. Is he better than Wilt Chamberlain? No. Is he better than Hakeem Olajuwon? No. Is he better than Kareem? I mean, sorry, not Hakeem. Is he better than Hakeem? No, I already said Hakeem. Now, let's keep going. Is he better than hold on, let me go through the list here. Is he better than Kevin Garnett? Is he better than Kevin Garnett? Is he better than KG? No, right? Most people are saying no. He's not better than KG. Cool. Is he better than Scottie Pippen? Is he better than Scottie Pippen? Okay, I'm seeing a lot more yeses than nos. All right, cool. Is Patrick Ewing better than Isaiah Thomas? Is he better than Isaiah Thomas from the Detroit Pistons? Is he better than Kevin Durant? Woo. Yo, this is a good. This is a very, very, very good one. Let me ask y'all another question. Is he better than Jerry West? Do y'all think Patrick Ewing is better than Jerry West? I already said Shaq. Somebody just brought up Karl Malone. Who y'all taking? Karl Malone? Karl Malone or Patrick Ewing? He said, I literally just joined. Who is better than KD? Okay, cool. I'm going to ask y'all another question. Is he better than Dirk? Then Dirk Nowitzki. I didn't even brought up Charles Barkley yet. So look, man, my only point was this, right? Ewing obviously was a top 50. Is he better than Oscar Robinson? We can go through 20 players. And all I'm saying is Giannis is good too. But I just think Giannis is better than Ewing. That's just my opinion. I could be, I'm not saying it's the truth, but that's who I'm rolling with. I think Giannis is better. Okay, let me ask y'all a question. Is Patrick Ewing better than Kawhi Leonard? Let me ask y'all a question. Is he better than Kawhi Leonard? Y'all taking Patrick Ewing over Kawhi Leonard? Man, if you say yes, I'm about to turn this fucking camera off, bro. If y'all say yes, I'm turning this camera off. I'm disconnecting the lights and turning all of this shit off. Like, y'all better not play with me. Y'all better not play with me. Like, no, I'm not gonna rage quit, but like, y'all better not play. Like, don't do this to me, man. Don't do this to me. Like, I'll disconnect all of this and just go to and go to bed. He said Ewing over Sheet Rock. He said Ewing over Sheet Rock. Oh my God, bro. We must got some Knicks fans in the comment section, bro. All right, I got a good one for y'all. Patrick Ewing or Russell Westbrook? Or Russell Westbrook? Yo, Real Ghost 100, you bugging, son. You think Patrick Ewing is better than Kawhi Leonard? Bro, have you seen? Did you know who Kawhi Leonard is, bro? Do you understand who Kawhi Leonard is? Nah, man. Ghost 100, you bugging. Man, y'all better stop playing with me, man. Y'all better stop playing with me. Y'all better stop playing with me. He is not better than Kawhi Leonard, man. Patrick Ewing, he said Pat was more valuable. No, he was not. What? Then Kawhi Leonard? Man, if y'all don't stop playing with me, man, then Kawhi Leonard. Are we talking about the same Kawhi Leonard that was guarding Giannis Antetokounmpo? They got like 4 or 5 inches on him man, if y'all don't stop playing with me and still dropping 30 points a night in the playoffs on 50% shooting, you talking about two-way player Kawhi Leonard? He better than him? Two-way player? All right, let's put up a poll. Let's put up a poll. I know a lot of people don't like. Okay, hold on. Is Ewing better than, he said, Patrick Blood-Clot? He said, is Ewing better than Kawhi? He said Patrick Blood-Clot Ewing. All right, let me post this. Let me see what y'all gonna say. I swear, y'all better not do this to me. I guess we got a lot of Patrick Ewing fans, man. I guess I had more Patrick Ewing fans that I even me myself I knew. I guess we had a lot of Patrick Ewing. I never knew Patrick Ewing had these many fans, bro. He said you lost it. Yo, shout out to Ghost 100, man. I didn't know you was such. He said Bomba. Oh my God, bro. That's funny. Dreamers Pro, I'm taking Patrick starting taking Patrick Star over Patrick Ewing. Basketball fan, bro, not a Ewing fan. Two different player styles. Defender and score. Ewing from college. Patrick was good. Ewing had a better career. That's all. Patrick showed up to work every day, unlike Sheetrock. Unlike Sheetrock. Bro, whatever, man. Y'all are bugging. Somebody that's sitting on 2 finals MVPs. The guy won a championship for a team that's never even won a championship, let alone been to an NBA finals. And y'all gonna tell, I ain't apologizing for none. And y'all gonna tell me that Patrick Ewing better than him? Man, if y'all don't stop playing with me, man, y'all better knock it off with that. The Giannis one was something else. Y'all gonna tell me Patrick Ewing better than Kawhi Leonard, bro? Better than Kawhi Leonard. I never knew Kawhi Leonard got this many haters, bro. The dude won a championship for a team that never even went to the finals. We're not talking about a team that went to the finals and lost. We're talking about a team that never went to, he won a championship in a different, bro, whatever, man. Bro, what are we talking about right now, bro? Bro, whatever, man. He said you acting real life. Anyway, guys, man, I'm gonna catch y'all later, man. We had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun in this live, man. So now I know that the way to get this live popping is if we just bring up Patrick Ewing. Now I know the trigger word. Bring up Patrick Ewing. Okay, now I know. I never knew, man. I never knew. But anyway, guys, man, shout out to my Jamaican people out there, man. Don't be getting mad at me over this. You know, y'all still my people, but anyway, it is what it is, man. I'm gonna catch y'all later, man. I'm out. He said Patrick Bumba Clyde.